Attention. The following message is based purely on opinion. If you have a disagreement, criticism, or complaint you would like to share, please place them in the comment box so that you may be ignored by the proper authorities. Thank you, and have a nice day. Next, we got Black Beast Grease. This is the easy breezy one for sure. I'm sitting on like 200 of these. There are about 40 servants that need this in the entire game, and the maximum still is only at 45. It hasn't gone higher than that. There hasn't been a servant that's just like needs a random 60 of these gold materials. And again, I feel like because of how old of a gold mat it is, we've just been constantly getting them all the time. Gallstones. There are 33 servants that need gallstones. With at most you would need 55, which is again a little high for gold. I'm going to put this... I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to put this in... Who do I choose? It used to be Bane of my existence, and I hated it just because it was a requirement for a lot of the alter egos that I happened to get a lot at the same time, so it was a problem, but now it's slowed down a bit, and I've started getting them some spares. Next up, we have Dragon Fangs. There are only 49 servants that need this in the game. I say only as if that's a small amount, but I think everyone knows how bad these things are. The maximum amount you would need is 177. That's going to be for a lot of the Artoria variants. I'm going to put this right off at I hate this mat. This may not be the same for everyone, even though it is one of those bronze mats that I feel like a ton of servants need. I don't necessarily want to level up all of them, but there definitely are a lot that I want to level up constantly. So I'm putting this in I hate this. Every time I see Fangs, I'm just like, oh, I gotta farm them. It's the worst. Next, we have Reverse Dragon Scales. This one caught me by surprise. There are 61 servants in the game that require this material. I really thought it was less than that. But I guess it's just because, again, it includes the servants that require this as the Ascension material, not the Skill material. So that could definitely caught me off guard. And the most amount you'll ever need for a single servant is 45 again, which is a nice number for gold. I'm going to put this at not bad at all. Again, this was one of those early game Bane of Existence things, but these days I feel like it's not bad at all. I'm not going to put easy breezy because it still is used by a lot of servants, but it's definitely not bad. Eggs! Everyone loves to hate these eggs. Eggs, there are 19 servants that require eggs, and the most amount you will need is 55. I'm pretty sure that was Arjuna Altar. I'm gonna just put this immediately into I hate this mat. I feel like this material it came out with Yuga Kshetra, and I feel like just every single servant that needed this material almost immediately after started getting really annoying. I hated this. Everyone hated this when it first came out. I don't know if everyone hates it still now, but I still hate this. I still hate having to use this. Next up, we've got Forbidden Pages. Forbidden Pages, silver material. There are 59 servants that need this, and yes, you guessed it, majority of those are casters. This thing was easily hated early game. I'm going to put this immediately into the who do I choose now, just because I've leveled up all of the casters. Actually, I'm going to put this into I have a few spares right now. Just for me personally, I've leveled up all the casters that did need them. Again, early game material, this was an I hate this for sure. Especially when you have servants like Tamamo, that is the only servant that actually needed 84 of these things. Why they decided to go with that, I don't know. It was Ascension materials, skill materials. It was terrible. By the way, I'm not including pen skills in any of this. I'm not going into that hellhole. Anyway, next up, we have Lanterns. Lanterns, this caught me by surprise. There are 60 servants that require lanterns in the game, and the most amount you would need is 84 again, which is very high for lanterns. I'm going to put this one, though, right into not bad at all. I feel like even though there's so many servants that need them, a lot of those were based on Ascension, not for skills, and even those that required them for skills, I really didn't care for too much. So I know I'm sitting on a ton of spare of these. I don't know about you guys, but I'm putting that in not bad at all. Hearts. Everyone's least favorite gold material. I'm going to give everyone just a second to guess. Just take a guess what range you think, how many servants require hearts in the game. Going to give you about 5 seconds. All right, you have your guess? There are, again, including JP, 84 servants that require this material, either for ascension, skills, or both. That's 84 servants in the game. Yes, this is an early game material, but they still constantly, for new servants, keep using hearts, as if none of these gold materials exist. Look at all these. These barely get used. Hearts, still constantly. I don't know why what they're thinking. Thankfully, it's gotten better because of a lot of raids and lottos, but still, hearts, I'm going to still say I hate, just because the sheer amount of servants that need this is ridiculous. Even though, yes, I have some spares right now, I feel like I keep them just because I'm stressed about who to use them on, because I feel like I can easily run out of this at any point. So, hates hearts is immediate. Oh, that's the other thing. Hearts, not only are there 84 servants that need them, there are 2 servants that require 60 of them. I'm looking at you, early game rulers, Shiro and Jean. Anyway, off of hearts, going on to homunculus babies. There are 45 servants that need homunculus babies with a max total of 72. I'm going to put this again at the not bad at all, just because I feel like even though there are a good amount of servants that need them, I don't really care to level them that much. And 72 is always like a nice number, common number for the silver mats. So next we get into gears. Gears, there are 62 servants that require in these eternal gears, with again a maximum of 72. I'm going to put this in, I have a few spares. Just because again, there are so many servants that require them that I definitely have a lot of spares right now, but I could easily see myself running out if I started leveling with those servants more often. Chains immediately is I'm going into hate. I absolutely hate chains. There are only 41 servants in the game that require chains, but there are quite a few of them that require 216. A lot of them are my favorites. There are ones that I don't even have. I feel like I'm always out of chains, or even when I'm saving the chains, even when they're the monthly, daily login, I'm always just stressing about chains. So chains immediately hate. I don't care what anyone else says or what anyone else's opinion on this. This was even one of the materials I farmed from the lotto, and I still ran out. Next up, we have these silver Magatamas. There are only 28 servants that need this in the game, with a maximum of 72. I'm definitely going to put this at, I have a few spares. At this point, there again, when it first came out, it was a big pain in the butt. I feel like that's common for every material. These days, though, I'm really just kind of sitting on them. There are definitely going to be servants in the future that I'm going to want to use them on, but nothing that I'm dying over right now. Next up, we have Spinal Fluid. There are only 30 servants in the game that need them, but it is one of the bronze materials that there are servants that require 216 of them. So depending on who you are, these definitely could be the bane of your existence, but for me personally, I'm pretty sure I leveled up all the servants I care to use this material, so I'm going to go to not bad at all. Just because I know if there ever is a servant that I change my mind on, or I either don't have them now and I get them in the future, this could rob my entire stock, but as of now, they're just piling up. Next up, we have Horseshoes. Horseshoes, there are 47 servants that require this material, with, again, silver mat common of 72 at the highest. This I'm going to actually put into, I have a few spares, just because there are so many servants that require this that I like, and a lot of them are the higher end number. I've leveled up the ones that needed the 216, not 270, 72, and I feel like there's just so many that require the 72 that they're definitely staying up here.